Hi, I'm Chelsea. I started out at 240 pounds and now I currently weigh like 189, although I haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks, so I'll have to do a weigh-in update soon. I had a dream of completing an Olympic triathlon, which I just did a few weeks ago. My other goal was to complete a half Ironman next summer, 2022. I'm actually filming in my spooky unfinished basement. We call it the spooky basement because none of the dogs like to come down here. It's quiet down here. There's a nice window where I can get some good lighting, so I thought I would just film down here today. But I wanted to talk about, now that I have completed my Olympic triathlon, now what? What am I gonna be working towards? So like I said, I had originally planned, my long-term goal was always going to be a half Ironman. After completing my Olympic triathlon a couple weeks ago, that feels like a very lofty goal for next summer. I really think that I need to get a couple more Olympic triathlons under my belt, successful Olympic triathlons under my belt, before I even attempt to train for a half Ironman. A half Ironman is like a whole nother level of training and nutrition plans, and a lot of people hire coaches for a good reason because it's just not an easy goal. I knew that going into this, but I also was just feeling very like inspired and it just really had my eye on that goal. That is still my long-term goal. However, I don't know that that is going to be something that I'll be able to do next summer. I think that's more of like a 2-year plan kind of thing. I had mentioned in my story time video too that I had kind of a really difficult swim. I had a bad experience, and so I wanted to take some time to forget about that experience before I jump into the lake again. I am a confident swimmer, but for some reason I panicked in the water and it just wasn't a good experience. I want some time to forget about that. So this is kind of what I have going on now. I have a friend in one of my running groups who was giving up her bib for a 10-mile run it's in like 3 weeks. It's in the beginning of October. I have not gotten up to 10 miles. I have the furthest that I've gone in my training has been 8 miles, and it's slow. It's like a 13 to 14 minute mile pace. I would like to try. I would like to get up to 10 miles in the next few weeks and do that race just to keep me motivated and active. I considered registering for a half marathon at the end of October. However, October is a really busy month for me at work. And so I think right now I can train for a 10-mile run, but I think in October I'm gonna have to dial back my running just a little bit, just because I know I won't be able to run consistently during the week, like stick to a training plan. I could still run, but I just know I wouldn't be able to stick to a training plan very easily during that month. As far as the winter time goes, as I've said many times, I live in Minnesota. The winters are terrible here. It's below zero for many months. It's snowy and icy and cold, and it gets dark really early. So I have always really struggled, just like a lot of people in Minnesota, with staying active, staying motivated to be active. I do also have seasonal depression, or seasonal affective disorder, or whatever it's called. So during the fall time I get a little bit anxious, and then it kind of wears off after a couple weeks. And then once I get into winter, like I love Christmas time, but after Christmas, that's when I usually get kind of like very tired and sleep a lot and unmotivated. And so last year I actually had the best year that I've had in years. I stayed really proactive with my mental health. I did do some winter hiking and snowshoeing and some walking, and even inside I tried to walk 10,000 steps a day on the treadmill just to stay active and moving, because that really makes a difference in the winter time. I actually canceled my gym membership that I had. The one that I had, the only reason I went to that gym, it's about 30 minutes from my house. It was a haul to get there several times a week, but it was the cheapest gym that had a pool. And so I just made a commitment that I was going to use that gym membership for the whole summer, which I did. But now that I am not currently going to be like actively triathlon training, I decided to cancel that gym membership and get a new gym membership that's like less than a mile from my house, and it's also cheaper than the one that I was going to. So I'm very happy about that. So here is my big goal then for the next year.
Drum roll, please.
So since I'm getting back into running and kind of slowly adding more and more miles, and I have a gym membership, I have access to a treadmill, even though I won't be able to do a lot of outdoor running in the winter. There's a big famous marathon in Minnesota called Grandma's Marathon, and that's every June, and it is on June 18th, and I have my eye on it. I don't know if that's also a pretty lofty goal for me, but I have run a marathon before. Again, this was 10 plus years ago. It is a challenging goal for me, but something I've done before, so I feel a little bit more confident moving forward with that goal versus a half Ironman, just because I kind of know what to expect. I kind of know what the time goes as far as training. I know that I can do the training myself without hiring a coach. I have not decided for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to register for that marathon and in June 18th. So that gives me like, I don't know, 8 or 9 months to train. Although the month of October is going to be kind of a wash, but after that I can pick back up a little bit. That is my big goal for next year. My next goal with that is I do want to continue to lose weight. I had mentioned probably about a month ago in one of my videos that I do not care about weight loss anymore. I've been there, done that. I have been working on weight loss for a year now, and I do feel like I'm in a really good spot. However, I just feel like that will help with my goals, with my running and my pace and all of that stuff. I'm not gonna obsess over weight loss, but I will do some weigh-ins on these videos and just try to stay focused on that. My husband and I are continuing to do the whole food plant-based diet, and we love it. We both have just been like, how have we gone our whole life without trying a whole food plant-based diet? And both my husband and I are continuing to lose weight, even though I feel like we're eating like kings, and I feel like we're eating a lot. That's helping a lot with not only weight loss, but like exercise recovery. It's an anti-inflammatory diet, so it's been helping a lot with exercise recovery and pain and all of that during and after exercises. So we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to kind of work on weight loss. I don't have like a set goal weight. I remember when I was marathon running before, I was about 170 pounds, and that was a weight that was really easy for me to maintain. But I just remember that weight felt very comfortable for me. I was still like a size 12 or 14. I'm about 20 pounds or less away from that. So I would like to kind of head to that weight, but it's not like a goal that I'm obsessed over or that I'm gonna like get to no matter what, or whatever. I'm just going to work on it, but if I don't see that number, that's okay. I'm happy with my body the way it is now. My body has been able to accomplish really great things just within the last few weeks, but also just in my training, I've been continuously amazed by just how my body's reacting to different training and things, even after being inactive for many, many, many years. So I am proud of myself and my body, and I know that I can continue to, push it and, in a good way and work towards these goals and these dreams that I have. But I'm also going to be kind to myself along the journey. So anyways, also I have a health update. That's a pretty crazy health update, and in a good way. It's good news. I had a million different appointments. I talked to a lot of different doctors in the span of just a couple weeks, and I finally figured out what's going on. So I will update you guys really shortly with that. And thank you so much for following me along on this struggle bus of a journey. It takes a lot to put myself out there, but I know that it's good for me to do this because it holds me accountable and it keeps me motivated, but also maybe it's inspiring other people too. I don't know. Continue to follow me on my triathlon marathon running journey as a plus size woman, and have fun.